You will tell me the reason for every Dalek defeat. With that knowledge, I will program them. With that knowledge, they will know their errors and how to avoid them. With that knowledge, there will be no defeats. We will begin!
The attempt by the Daleks to irradiate planet Skaro and totally eradicate the Thal race was defeated when a small group of Thals entered the Dalek city and pushed one of the Daleks into a panel, causing a small explosion, after which all the Daleks died, down to the very last one, for some reason. The Dalek invasion of Earth in the space year 2160-something was foiled after 10 years of brutal and savage occupation, when a schoolteacher pulled some wires out of their bomb and it went off in their astonished faces. Daleks' attempt to exterminate me and my companions by following us through all eternity in a space-time machine of their own design was foiled in the Mekon city when my anti-Dalek device caused a very small fire which set light to a climbing frame. The fire spread and the whole city fell down with the Daleks in it. It was on stilts, you see. Daleks' most awful master plan, to conquer the solar system in the space year 4000, was foiled when they all went out of the room where their fearsome time destructor was kept for some reason, and I crept in and turned it on. The Daleks on the Earth colony Vulcan were destroyed when I ran a power cable around them, switched it on, and they all went and blew up. Next, the mighty Dalek Emperor concocted a scheme to distill the Dalek factor from the human factor, and spread it through all eternity. But he'd forgot I wasn't human, so I, pretending to be all Dalek-y, swapped the factors round. Some of the Daleks went all nice, and bingo, a civil war which destroyed their whole civilization. Surprisingly quickly. An alternative Dalek timeline, where they again conquered Earth in the 22nd century, was erased when the entire Dalek invasion force, all three of them, travelled back in time, came screaming through some French windows, in an attempt to ensure the explosion of a country house that would secure their twisted future. Unfortunately, they didn't realise that this would frighten everybody out, including all the people who they needed to die in the explosion. Then the Daleks all blew up. The clots. The Daleks planned to invade the galaxy using a cryogenically frozen Dalek army on the planet Spiridon, was foiled when I blew up the walls of their cooling chamber, releasing the fury of an ice cano, which froze them even more than they were already froze. And finally, Davros, the Dalek expedition to the planet Exelon and their deadly plan to secure the only antidote to the virulent space plague they themselves had created, was defeated when some man hid behind a sandbag in their spaceship and blew them all up with a bomb. That's pretty much a lot.